the streets of Doom, even as the President of the Republic of Ghana, President Akuff0 visits Hello FM in Kumasi. This is history in the making. The President of the Republic of Ghana, Eba Kumasi, now Oba Hello FM. Now Waba Bedin Komo, one day the Ashanti region. Kumasi for Eba Bedin Komo, now interested in Kuma here. The expectation is big. Yeah, expectation and Abeba. And if you more, and if you more. Since Padoma, where PM Ewo, Eduma, not to say, Obia Transit and Ado, Ebelande. Diagusu, you transit the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Ado, Ebelande, Ewa Ashanti region, specifically Edum, specifically Hello FM, your number one station in Ashanti region as Ghana. Tia train Nana Abra Obey. And Indiana song. And Indiana song. Kaya mami mo amutoni ama wadumna. Omani dia tesesa almost salina to almost train the president. Nana adodan Akuff0. And woman airtime no. If you find that phone. It's all joy. And Indiana one. Nina say train and ado. I in the streets of Adum. I in the streets of Adum. The president's president. It's Nanado Ebo, Nanado Eba. Oba Hello FM Kumasi. The president's president, Nana Akuff0 will land in a doom at Hello FM, and it's a history in the making. Just said, "I'm up with the idea." Yeah, China Nadu.
All the way from Kumasi, the center of Kumasi, Add0. Hello FM. Nana Akuff0, His Excellency, is on his way coming to this place, and of course, the Ghanaians are waiting to hear from him what he got to say to them. And of course, all the people out there, they are all in the market, coming out from their marketplaces. Some of them are still selling their products, and some of them.
The president's president is coming to Kumasi. Hello, FM. I have a debuta. I'm up when you are G. I'm up when you are G. Hey, that means I'm up for a while. Well, we are at Hello FM in Kumasi. Your number one station. Yes. Nana is coming.
Now the mayor of Kumasi, Honorable Nana Akuff0. President just landed at Hello FM in Kumasi.
President Nana Akufo-Addo. This is the city of Edum. Eduma ye ton adia wa ha, Eduma ye Eduma bebre wa ha, and over here OPF to the fear baha. Say opposite the president Nana Add0 Akuff0 even as it visits Hello FM in Kumasi. One of despite media's subsidiary.
Usually it takes some time to go because Akuff0 they use it and make product out of it. We have to have a way of talking to them, agreeing with them. But they agree. And how man said, this is the price of food.
Yes, I'm Papa. Say, as a like a little so far. Say now, no cash or no, I was a lot. But another time, you say, CPC, Google Purchasing Company, and you were impressed. Said they almost here and Google and Yadi. It is a Chroma time, Cyrus, the idea of a year, Baba modernizing because it's in talk with the young parents. No, call not everyone ever going now. Or the bit here, you will be Yama, you used to answer. And I'm really
First of all, the environmental CPC, then I say, like everything in the country was down. We revitalized and rehabilitated CPC. I am the MBACC. We are all want to work. That's what they said. They said that the assistants are buying the amount to rehabilitate a factory. They are extraordinary. You see, I want to them as so profusely. So that's the first thing. The policy of government to invest in the rehabilitation and revitalization of the processing company. Because they are policy. Basing first crop predictions now, and I'm saying, if you say they are to for Pemaya, share the bus West Road Network. It is a view. Bia Kumasi and Kasa. When I took Kumasi to me, who said, acquire Nam Kumasi, and yet they were half said. Addition. A pum die. All as the comments here, not saying, and then not saying. It said there were 1,824 projects. In the 3 years, 10 months, I may buy or Asantamai. 774 NEA and 1,150 ongoing. And I'm talking about in all areas of our national economy and national life: education, health, infrastructure, more seriously, roads. All these areas are areas that have been affected by the Jumani. So, I think it is clear to everybody the work that has been done by the NPP government and myself. And it's evident in the life of people. For instance, agriculture. I don't think for the last 10 years last 15, 20 years, really for long that I can remember, have I seen Ghanaian agriculture performing so well as it has been performing these last 3.5 years under the whole program of planting for food and jobs. And it's not by accident. Yeah. It's not because India is the rains or something. No, it's not by accident. It's but the result of policy. Correct policy. So the 2 or 3% rate of growth of our agriculture, and that's 6, 7, 8%. Ghana today is an exporter of foodstuffs across in West Africa. The main markets of Ghana, yet Techimna and Agogo, every day. Your radio station, investigative journalists, send somebody to Agogo. The trucks that are coming in from Mali, from Niger, from Nigeria, from all across Burkina Faso, it tells you that our agriculture is working very, very, very strongly. Now, I know Kobe, and a man about to say, I'm not put some harassment and saying, I said that I am far, I put some banana. So, because of the state of food supplies, I need as sharp and as deep as it could have been, but for our agriculture working well. So, yes, I think that there's a lot of work on the ground, which the government and I have done in these last 3.5 years. I'm very, very confident, sir, and I'm also form of an the 7th of December.
President, it means also say the administration and grow for fire because be and also I say we are not checking the rate at which almost fire is not scary.
Our markets are not experiencing shortages. Our markets are not experiencing shortages. Surpluses in our airco. There are markets all over Ghana are full of food. Our people are having access to food abundantly. Go out, go to the markets, go by the roadside. The foodstuffs are there. Even the prices are better than they have been for a long time. Now, surplus is no echo. Because basically, science is a organization with policies no whole of Ghana. We are capable of being the breadbasket of the whole of West Africa. We have that capacity. Our land is very fertile. We have hard-working farmers. And we could be exactly in that position. So it's which tells you that it is not our basic amounts surplus is and it's good. It's good that we are in that situation. Better since crab, broadie, these tomatoes. If we Burkina Faso, which was a situation I was complaining about. So okay, I buy her last time. They can same here no be any broadie I free for free Ivory Coast. The reverse situation is occurring now. There must be a reason for it. A reason one is better policy has been put in place for the country.
Wonderful, but I feel I did back one and say I'm for the I can't find I say why a little bit relaxed. And someone so other parts say Ghana Fubi as one more a bibinya necessary sana say a be say Sanka we jawa pro bokrananka with me a cry now or show some machismo, but I say why calm?
Yes, I have to be calm because institutions are in place. The security agencies are doing their work. They've started already and we'll see results. If I panic, the country panics. I mean, I'd say if I had panicked, but I know I'm so meaning, sir, a Juma, Nakupo, Mr. Membabiano. Some men so many eyes say me him more. Man, be him. That is not the purpose of leadership. I'm supposed to assure people that our country will work. Yeah, Kosovo Volta region, in the time of these handful, there's just a handful of people, these assassins. We will deal with it. I have no doubt about it. But there's no value for the country if I start making hysterical statements and acting. No, because BBR you can not so much that you can sleep and be complacent or sleep, but at least you can be steady about what is coming. And I trust the security agencies, I trust the armed forces, I trust the police, I trust their leadership, the intelligence agencies. I know they're all working very, very, very hard to make sure that this matter is dealt with as quickly as possible. People reporting to me wherever I am, I'm getting the reports on a daily basis telling me what's going on.
How can Friday is matching na sorry BBC see na notwithstanding police na and right so my question I say bi anka ba for so say ye uma won say den kakra and can be crank STC no ke one question no
Mr. Bede, but always
by the time I say no maybe
no, because there's always the element of surprise. You can never do anything about it. That's why there are terrorist outrages. How come 9/11? The element of surprise is there at the beginning for all terrorist groups, the element of surprise. But after a time, when the system is working, you're no longer going to be surprised. So this they've done once or twice. Third, fourth, fifth time, it's not going to be so easy.
The President of the Republic of Ghana.
I don't want that impression at all. So somehow or rather, I'm feeling complacent about this. On the contrary,
but I hope so. Yeah. What see? And I'm American first time. What see? The
Ghana someone come work our family. They say they be ya can't. As a man, could you grab me to me so that?
Oh yeah, what see?
Oh, let me say, heavy. In some way, I can follow all the crazy things they've had. I had each one of them. Now, it doesn't divert me because Muslim in the mayor, in the Kumamu, in the Oma dream, in Quam, Muslim the friend Yama, and no, Namimi DHC. You can't put in someone for 4K chair. Minako and Yamajuma. Ebi Ebi Susani, a pair. Some to me, Yamajuma, and also the embassy, the Juma de May.
Edebetina man na saying we Greek minister akwa to kuku price boom we say hey we dey na a vote buying tactic
ignorance on the part of some of those who come. The last 2 or 3 years
it will be a minim so ye opponent power so we dey a boo omunsem enti a tactic.
The reason is very simple. Have you been following cocoa politics? It's right from the beginning. Because one of the fundamental things that me is to turn around the fortunes of the cocoa industry in Ghana. So first of all, the present structure of cocoa world say we the producers, in Ivory Coast, in the 65% of the world output of raw cocoa beans, in the Deba market, and our share of the industry, essentially chocolate industry, is so small. I think it's somewhere around about 6%. They're saying that the chocolate industry is worth something like $100 billion plus. Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, a chefa woman is around $6 billion. So you're talking about, at best, something like a 6% take of the value chain of cocoa. Right from the beginning, because that's how see me there. See if any can because when you're fair, your farmers brown when they bread. As I know when they decide cocoa beba. There's also one else. The case one is one in bread. The one in bread to say if we afford no bread. In processing it and adding value to it. Sike woman now one in a far. The overwhelming majority. I started speaking about this a long time ago. And when you now come and a minute Ivory Coast President Ira Alassane Ouattara CIA Obaha 2 years ago, 2018, we entered into something we call a strategic partnership. Now for the first time, marketing and producing and distribution policy of Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire were coordinated so that to have a bigger stake in the world market. Negotiations with the consumer public, the consumers, the big chocolate manufacturers in the world. And we came to this agreement that our farmers deserved what we call the living income differential. A certain amount of sika, farmers on top of what is the world market price, so that our farmers could have a bigger stake in the industry. Then no, and our bopo. Chinamana is a announcement here. Is our announcement will be in the Cote d'Ivoire. So, so it's a policy. We have been working at this policy for a long time. I think in the Ababi Dimo. It say electoral gimmick. Now what you say? Casa Americano policies are made. She say I made one in said and it's I was surprised, but it's been in the air for a long time that this $400 living income differential is now going to be part of the cocoa pricing policy of the country. And this is the first year which the policy is working. At the heart of it is a strong economy. If you have a poor economy ain't means you have nurses training allowances. Economy ain't means you have teacher training allowances. Economies ain't means you have electricity services. Economy which cannot pay for national health insurance, health providers. That economy, you are going to have problems all the time. Once you begin to solve the fundamental problems of your economy and your discipline, making sure that your planning, your output, your value for money acquisitions are working properly, a stronger economy, there's so much more that you can do. So much more has been done in this period than before because we have a stronger economy now than the economy that we came to meet in 2016. That is the heart of the matter. So we have to work away at strengthening our economy. And only beyond everything else. If we want to move away from a $2,000 per capita income economy to a 10, 15, 20,000, then we have to work at making our economy stronger and stronger. And not a resources to pay for better electricity services, better health services, better road structures. All of that.
Openina, Nansa, what's a Ibiana Bagana, novel friend, fellow Ghanaian series? No wonder I was a
home to Macra.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, home to
what will be? Oh, fellow Ghanaian series. Now, no wonder all cars say open Ghana in your hospital district. The most usually because I said now open in your hospitals are there now Nanka committee resources need to building hospitals. Now, Kasi and Fan to drones. Didn't it be questions that drones in Equatoriano? And then, so what drones now? Yeah,
told drone back home. Ghana buying and told drone back home.
Very well.
Arrangement here, zip line for one is one in there. What you can see, the best established drone structures. No, they get paid from the service, not from the investment. Ya can't cause any man okay. So
maybe because our drone services in Nankabianka and for records, told drone beer. Very good.
We have our buying has not made any investment in the drones.
That's our drones and no. What do you see at home for so?
Your friend said during the time of this COVID. Even transportation are difficult. It was these things that saved many lives by being able to transport medicines across the country. It's expanding, which tells you, market no homano. We now have, I think, 4 outlets in the country. Sefiloso, Mampong, Ominakon, and Waliwali. Yeah, that's 4. And they're expanding all the time because there's a need for them. And, you know, so Bibeka said, why do I put investments into zip lines? More hospitals. I don't know. We have not invested $1 in the zip line infrastructure.
The president is live on Peace FM. On UTV live, Peace FM online, OKFM, Neat FM, and other social media platforms. Mampeni and Chakra Mampeni and the baby. Now, Yentiminka and Yentimin Komayabra Yanka free SHS. And they are former President John Dramani Mahama, leader of NDC. Waka say Ghana for Yenadum, no as almost out to Abamana. Double track no, or referring to as traffic light. We so green now, yes, or now, or bar 1 year, or Bemaneka. So what you say, now I know you be, I'll be in the same.
First of all, President Mahama, former President Mahama, free SHS, Kassan, I mean, said that say how which me can be built, I'm out for which me, and yet, free SHS, first time I'm a boss. I say political gimmick, maybe per vote. Now, it says, by also, to which me about so Ghana cry, to take 20 years. And the baby. Or Rabishino from the beginning, saying ye be beer, a bebo or mine coso. 2 years ago, if we know, so over 2 billion CDs. Oh, and yet often school fees. I questioning the policy of paying fees for children, students, or maybe before from. Then so soon, and that day, also for bar, you continue the free SHS policy to the extent Christ on the Papa call a boy one year war private schools. You say, well, can't there, will be able to me account. But how credible is this man on private on free SHS? I'll give you an example of what I mean by credible. National Health Insurance Scheme had the same scenario. About first, NDC for so is worthless. This, that. You know, our parliament, 2003. Emma Tame Yeba Beye Hushishayano, Emrano, for the National Health Authority, and the scheme, Entire NDC members of parliament, if we walked out in protest against the bill, so one day they don't want to have anything to do with it. The same thing to say when they oppose the SHS. I say, Akuff0 who say, betumi aye no. They then came to say, when they want to buy, the bay one-time premium. If you have once, and you have access to the NHS for the rest of time. 8 years, what about power? That promise just disappeared. We never saw that promise materialize. They never made any effort to explain to the country why that promise. At one stage, we had some feeble excuses that they were doing actuarial assessment to see. But at the end of the day, 8 years I want to buy, at the end of the day, when you buy free order, not cash and carry about Ghana bill, because of debts that have been piled up within the system. 18 providers were no longer prepared to provide services to the NHIS against on credit. Towards the end of his 8 year of his period in office, we came back to something like cash and carry, which is his belief, which is their belief in the NDC. They brought the cash and carry system. So that's why I make us say, what is the credibility of a man who, in opposition, You oppose the policy. You give your reasons because are they enye. The ne anam so wo who say man for any jihunti no. What's the someone no? Was it also the oba now be you're going to get rid of double track in so many in the first year of his government.
First
1
year. Obey double track.
Yes.
What's not say was steady.
Has he told?
Because we in football, coach beat me to no worry. The opponent tactics.
Yeah, but you at the beginning, opponents you have first of all to see a Kwanzaa the shell. Then you come forward to say, now I'll find a different technique. Have we heard from this man that he's now fully on board with free SHS?
Okay, but you should numbers are free SHS.
It might be bizarre. Let me finish with it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Have we heard from him a statement said now he's fully on board free SHS? I'm asking you.
From the all candidates that he is on board.
Well, but you should hear that clearly. So that the arguments that he put up against it before, Omagana for United said, one can ye.
Lawyer.
Lawyer. Where is your credibility?
It was also question is where is his credibility?
I think his credibility on SHS, on so many areas of our national life. The man who's now talking about providing 1 million jobs over 5 years. In your time, when you were first in office, you were not even able to employ people in the public sector because you were under IMF tutelage. You now can come forward and say you're going to give 1 million jobs. And you want the generality of Ghanaians to believe you.
Still on free SHS, Mofra Wadaro Mawubai or Mafemuno Dawson. A big question is going forward, are we ready? Institutions are we ready to absorb them after?
We're making the effort. It's going on. The institutions are there, even at the tertiary level. A lot of the universities are getting ready to absorb the bigger numbers. And in any event, this policy, this double track policy, there's nothing so inimical about it. It has worked for a lot of places in the world. And it makes sense. Because when you look back on it, assets, educational assets, in traditional terms, they are in play only for 6 months of the year. 6 months of the year, the 3 terms of school, which usually amount to what, 6-7 months. 5 months, 5 to 6 months, the schools are down. Nothing is happening. Those assets are completely idle. So if you can have a system where the school assets you have are in constant use, automatically you're bringing many, many more people into the game. So people who could otherwise not have access now have access. And that is what we're after, to widen and broaden the access. Because the materials at school dying, your friend is saying classrooms, desks and this and that, blackboards, all of those things. They're not taken away every term. They're still there. So if we can find a way of using them all the time. Yeah, so there's nothing so crazy about the system. And right now, the way our system, in Akuff0 who say yes, in fact, there's some sense in it. And it'll stay for a little bit. It'll stay. Ideally, you want a situation where we'll be at court at the same time. That is the ideal. But in the meantime, until we've got all our structures in place, Kumasi accelerated educational policy in the 1950s. So and then the breast on your schools under trees. Or transit or train near CC school and then sana policy na yajuma. That is the same principle on which I'm working.
Penny, you better near the competition number, but mean candy, we ain't meaning Comabra, yen di ufi in Como or party. It be them to say, year 2008, say, no may be a bow party who is going to become the MP, independent candidate here, there, and call your president. Say, okay. Said the enormous Koswa, Yasa about party independent for
I don't think so. You have a few people only said that tea party do understanding exactly what the party stands for and the culture of the party. So there are a few Arab people, but me, I'm confident that the sense of unity of what party do and an understanding amongst the party rank and file is going to be that is the basis on which our victory is going to come. I'm okay with it. It'll be better for us not to have people coming from independent. But we're not the only ones. The other side too have their own independent candidates who are coming. And no people are grown one in here. And no man about it, but I believe that the MPP is in strong shape for the 2020 battle. And I don't believe that the 2008 example is what is going to happen in 2028. We're going to win this election big time. Oh yeah, for sure. It's obvious from our work and from the reception that people are giving around the country. We are going to be winning this election big time. When we're going to do so on the basis of our record in office, especially when we have against us somebody whose record is very, very poor. Perhaps if we had somebody else on the other side, somebody who had not had a taste of government, somebody who had not been responsible for some of the lowest rates of growth in the history of our country, somebody who took us an emerging oil economy into the hands of the IMF, which put strictures on it that prevented employment in the public sector, somebody whose management of our national economy was for the last 20, at least in the Fourth Republic, probably the worst on record. If we didn't have that as an opponent,
you see the crowd he pulls. Maybe I could be who dominate. Am I scary and scale?
Maybe. Oh, but there was bigger crowds in 2016. There were bigger crowds in 2016. As for crowds, but you see the crowds that follow me. Yes, you do. That doesn't also tell you something.
Anyway, despite media, as we are privileged, say, or far handy, we can crab you a while. But answer no COVID said you will see a soul man, a steel man, a mubieni so. We are there, especially any. With fellow Ghanaian series now. That's nation crime. But Nana, are we out of the woods?
No, not yet. We're not. Until we get 0 active cases. Till we get, apart from 0 active cases, 0 daily cases, we cannot say we're out of the woods. And until he say, safety protocols, no, we're not out of the woods yet. We're in a better place than we were a few 4 or 5 months ago, but we're not out of the woods yet. I think it's very important to see CSR and work towards eliminating the whole thing.
All right. Ama, despite media say, Oman Penny, why any so until can be there also now Oman Penny and City also now. Kind of said the city of Pepena. If I come on, Penny.
If I show you. Hello FM and Despite Media Group. Citation in honor of His Excellency Nana Addo Akuff0. A leader instills in his Nana Addo Akuff0. A leader instills in his people hope for success and to believe in themselves. As a president of our dear country Ghana, your actions have inspired us to dream big, learn more, do more, and become a beacon of hope. Your numerous contributions to the growth of the media fraternity cannot be taken for granted. Today, the media is able to express themselves without fear or favor, and this has catapulted Mother Ghana onto high pedestal globally. Ayiko, for your exceptional leadership, and God bless you abundantly.
A round of applause.
Papa. Thank you very much.
Nana Add0 Akuff0.
That's it.
Despite media, so that's it.
That's it.
Well, Juma Dean, baby, I will call Benina when you're daji. Now, Baba say, need him say 2021 and beyond. You better to unka.
Yeah, good.
Yamisha.
Also, Kwame Despite is on which Chiana.
Oh, Betty. It's my member. You will have his Sabia. What's that? Oh, Queen, I am fan.